hello there. Man, does it feel good to be a free man? I wasn't gonna bring that up, but I guess I just did. Last time I saw you guys, I think it was Mardi Gras. Yeah, that's when it was. Gilroy and I, we got drunk. Of course, we are shit-faced. And we're downtown Detroit, having a good old time. And at some point during the night, we decided we wanted to do some gambling. Like some, bet some money and win a lot. But we didn't want to gamble in Detroit. Now, don't get me wrong, Detroit has many very nice casinos. But we wanted to go across the border over there into Canada because, they got, in Canada, they got like the best penny slots in the world. You're gonna win all the time. So we wanted to go over there. But we were so drunk, we didn't know where our IDs were, and worst of all, we didn't have our passports. You need one of them to go into another country, like international. So legally, we couldn't go over there. Hence the keyword legally. We were still, of course, gonna go, so we hitched a ride in the back of this, shady cargo van, Yeah, it was shady. Especially when we got in there, because when we got in there, they were, turns out they were smuggling Asian prostitutes across the border in Canada. Yeah, a bunch of naked Asians all over the back of this van. And then there's Gilroy and I. So we huddled down in the back of this van, try to keep a little quiet, keep it cool, and going through across the border, everything's cool, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Feds were there. They knew the hookers were coming. They were ready for the hookers. They had like a sting set up. And we were so drunk, we didn't know what was going on, and we didn't have our IDs. So they actually thought that we were Asians too. They thought we were part of the prostitution ring. They thought we were hookers. So we went to jail. Now, jail is an awfully scary place for a pretty white boy like myself. But I gotta tell you, I've seen plenty of movies. So I knew once I got into their jail, I had to prove to everyone in there that they didn't want to mess around with me. So that meant I had to kick the shit out of someone. So I walked in, first person I saw, boom! Socked him in the face, stomped his face into the ground, just beat the crap out of him. Got some looks. Especially since the guy I beat the shit out of was a guard. Yeah, ended up doing a week in solitary. But once I got out of the hole, a bunch of guys had been talking about me. And there was these three guys. They're like the big dogs of the jail. There was Shorty, there was Ray, and there was Big John. Now these guys, you don't want to mess with them. They're like some lifers, They a couple armed robberies, some arsons, grand thefts, yada yada yada. But they're in there for a long time, and somehow, some way, maybe since they're such badasses, they get whatever they wanted. And since I beat the shit out of a guard, they thought I was cool, so I got whatever I wanted too. I was part of their, their crew, their posse. I was one of their boys. So I got an upgraded cell to the presidential cell. I had a Bowflex machine in my cell. I had access to a Belgian waffle maker, and on my, I think it was my east wall, I had a mounted moose head. It was pretty nice. I also had access to Shorty's tanning bed, to maintain my color. Then, just the other day, I'm just chilling, Warden comes down. Like he did every day. We had a cocktail, every afternoon. He comes down, he says, "Jim, it's been real having you here, son, but you're free to go." I said, "I'm free to go?" He said, "Yeah, farewell, my friend." Turns out, my lovely girlfriend, Candy, made a few calls, sent around a few dollars, sent some Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey across the border, and bing, bang, boom, charges dropped. I'm a free man. It's okay to be in the free world, out here, but life in jail wasn't bad. The biggest problem of this whole thing, turns out, is that Candy did not know that Gilroy was in prison with me. So until next time, I sure hope that Big John takes care of my little cousin.